So Jerry and I are at the Rathskeller. That's actually the name of it. It's a bar near Sears Roebuck in Kenmore Square. We're sitting there and we're talking about Peltz. We're saying, this fucking Peltz, I mean, to say he's disorganized, that would be a fucking compliment. This guy's got, he's got fucking dates and names written on index cards, pieces of paper, backs of envelopes. He's got this fucking notebook and he's got names in it and it's crossed out. This fucking thing is, this is a disorganized mess. We're saying, I don't think there is a fucking list. This guy's just got all these fucking notes scattered all. There's no fucking list. So I said, I said, we got to use this to our advantage. So over the last few weeks, actually, last few months, we had the sister calling up Peltz to find out where we are on the list. And fucking Peltz is like making this shit up as we go along. He says, oh, you're 118, Fitzy's 220. And, we call up and Jerry's 250 and I'm 130. He's just totally making this shit up. I said, this is a fucking joke. So we had always used the excuse that we were delivery for Sears, and whenever we were over near the Army base, we'd always want to stop in and, see our buddy Sergeant Peltz. So I said, we got to find out if there is any fucking list. So, we go up there and we determine, between the two of us, we don't think there's a fucking list. But we're talking to Peltz and we say, are there any other reserve units here in the thing? Anybody that you know? So Peltz says, well, there's really only one other reserve unit on this floor. They're not here very often, but there's a Special Forces reserve unit down the thing with the Sergeant Tommy. I said, that's his name, Tommy? And he says, no. He says, no, that's his last name, Tomi. I said, all right, so we excuse ourselves. We go down the hall. Fucking Sergeant Tommy's in there. We said, hi, we want to put our name on the waiting list for the, for the Special Forces reserve unit. Like looks at us. What, are you fucking kidding me? He says, no, that's not that. We don't have a list here. He said, this unit is for people who have actually been in the Special Forces. They're already Special Forces. Then they come out of active duty. They're on reserve duty. Then they come here once a month. He said they fly in from all over the United States. This is the only reserve unit. He said, so there's no signing up. You have to go in the Army, basic training, airborne, Rangers, whatever, Sage or whatever this fucking thing is that you have to, Pine Sage or something, you have to pass to become a Green Beret and so, So, I mean, Jerry and I are looking at each other. All right, Sergeant, thank you very much. We leave. Well, this ain't fucking happening. I mean, so all we got is this fucking Peltz. So we go down to Peltz. Where are we on the list? So he makes up some, at least we're under a fucking 100 now. He gives me a number like 94 and, Jerry's like 81, So, all right, Sergeant, thank you very much. So we're thinking, this is an exercise in futility. We're getting way down on the list, but it's not going to make any fucking difference because, they're only taking 1 or 2 people a month. We're fucked. This is going to be like fucking 8 or 10 years before we get in. And either the war or we're going to be fucking drafted. We ain't going to last that long. So, as fortune would have it, the eyes of heaven looking down on us, I get a call one night from Jerry. He goes, I think we're in. He said, I said, we're in. What do you mean? He said, my sister just found out Peltz is under a fucking tremendous amount of fucking pressure. He's got to have 30 names by the end of the week. That the Defense Department has ratcheted things up because the fucking war is, it's going down the shitter. They're fucking taking more and more people, so they need more and more people out of the reserve. So Peltz has got to have a fucking, 30 names by the end of the week. This is fucking great. So, Jerry and I are strategizing. I said, all right, now, fucking when we go in there, we can't do this asking us where the fucking number is. Fucking Peltz has got no idea. We got to fucking tell him what the fucking number is. So We go into Pelt's and we say, Sergeant, we want to take you out for lunch. Oh, I'm a tremendous amount of pressure. Pressure. You can't fucking believe the pressure I'm on. I gotta have this fucking, I gotta have this all organized and fucking by Friday. I gotta hand it in this weekend to the fucking colonel, and I gotta have this shit done. And, I said, what's the problem? He goes, I gotta make up the list and I gotta fucking type the whole thing. So I had been watching fucking Peltz type, and he's like, it's like hide and seek or peck or what. He cannot fucking type. He's using one finger, and he's F. Where's the I? He can't. So Jerry says, Fitzy, he has a fucking expert typer. He can type the whole fucking thing up for you. So, Peltz is looking at me, would you help me out? Would you do that for me? I said, well, let's go have fucking lunch and a couple of drinks, come back here. This is no problem. Peltz is going, it'll take me 2 or 3 days to type this fucking thing, So Jerry says, how long will it take you, Fitzy? I said, I don't know, fucking 15 or 20 minutes. I'll have the whole fucking list done. Let's go have some fucking lunch, fuck it. So we go to this restaurant near the Army base, this, no-name restaurant. Again, this is the name of the restaurant. It's on the docks. The no-name restaurant. We go over there. We're having fucking fish and chips. We're fucking, a couple of beers each. So, everything's cool. Peltz is very nervous. I got to get this done. I said, let's go. All right, let's go back and let's get this done. So we're organizing, trying to help Peltz organize all this fucking paperwork by date. He's got fucking slips. This poor bitch has been on the fucking list for 4 years and everything, So Peltz is telling, all right, this is number one, this is number, So he's got a pretty good idea who like the first half a dozen or the next half a dozen fucking guys are. So he's doing that. And then, Jerry's looking through all this shit. So, Jerry's basically making up the fucking list. So, Peltz gets up to take a shit. Jerry says, listen, I'm going to be number 17. You're going to be number fucking 21. I said, fuck that. I want to be number 17. You're going to be number... I said, Jerry, all right. You're 17. I'm 21. Okay? Then whoever fucking... When we do the list, whoever's supposed to be fucking 17 and 21, we're going to make them 28 and 29. Then whoever fucking 28 and 29 on the list, they're fucking out. Fuck them. And then we get the fucking list done. I said, all right, fine. I don't think Peltz knows any of these fucking people. He doesn't give a fuck. He just wants to get this fucking thing typed. And he has something to hand in so he doesn't look like a fucking idiot. So we type this thing up. I got the carbon copies, everything. Peltz signs this fucking thing. I said, I can't fucking believe this. We just went in there and created this fucking list. No one would ever believe this shit. So a couple of weeks later, we get our orders. Orders to report for a physical and for this AFQT. So we both go in for the physical, the AFQT. As I said, I come out as a fucking telephone lineman to tell you what the bullshit thing this is. And Jerry is, something to do with tanks. Now, Jerry's going, fucking tanks. How did I get to do tanks in fucking Vietnam? There's no fucking tanks in Vietnam. I said, it's a fucking jungle. They can't have fucking tanks. I said, you're all set. This is fucking great. You're going to be that. I'm going to be fucking telephone lineman, whatever. Okay, so we'll fucking do it. So... that's how Jerry and I got into the reserves.